It's the time of darkness. Whole realm represents greed. Mahavalasura opening the doors to heaven. It's the whole story continues from there.
What is Krodh about? Where does he or it come from?
Who is this guy? Who is with Raji? Yeah.
We did that whole Om Namah Shivaya.
There was no AI harmed or involved in the making of this trailer.
Hey guys, today we are at Nottingham Studio and I have the team with me who has made this beautiful trailer, Raji Kaliyuga. Yes, this is going to be a sequel to Raji and Ancient Epic.
Hi guys, I'm Anirudh Singh. I'm the lead concept artist at Nodding Heads Games.
Hi guys, I'm Shreyas Pai and I'm the lead artist at Nodding Heads Games.
Hi guys, I'm Shruti Ghosh. I'm the co-founder, narrative and art director at Nodding Heads Games.
Hello guys, I'm Ian, art director, co-founder at Notting Heads Games.
Let's talk about our new game, Raji Kaliyuga.
Tell me, what was the vision and how did this world come?
Raji was always seen as not just a singular game, but the story also ended with where Mahavalasura opening the doors to heaven, and that kind of trickles to the next game, the sequel, Raji Kaliyuga, where the game is now set in 6 years down the line, where the world is in a whole new era where everything is in a like post-apocalyptic condition, where everything is kind of like not how the nature should be. So because the doors to heaven wasn't supposed to be open at that time, and it's the whole story continues from there.
Raji looks awfully similar. Like she looks very, very cute. Is somebody in this room? Do you have something to share with us?
So yeah, when we were basically making the new model and when kind of like we're conceptualizing the Raji's costume, and now that she's grown 6 years older and how would she look, and me being the only girl in the team, I guess I was like, it was okay to just natural thing to lend my face to.
Yeah, and I think we didn't want to like go hire a model or something, and we were like, okay, why not just use Shruti's face too, you know?
Yeah, and we wanted her to look, she's Indian and have that authenticity. So yeah, just use what we've got in-house.
Also, we are seeing a new character in play. Share something about that.
So yeah, that is basically Golu. He's now called Darsh. And so we wanted this to be like the big reveal. So that's what you see in the teaser as well. So you can see the first reaction is, who is this guy? Who is, with Raji? And then eventually, oh, it's the game has taken a time jump, and the Golu that you know from the first game has now grown up. And there's so much mystery that is associated with this character now.
Are you gonna stick to the same art style, the isometric art style that you guys did with Raji and Ancient Epic? Or is it going to be a completely different looking game?
So it's not an isometric game anymore. It is a third-person camera, but it's still an action-adventure game. It is still true to its genre where Raji came from. So it's just the point of view and the way you look at the world and the way you see the game is different, and it's opened up and it's bigger and better.
That you had taken a music first approach with the game. You started with the music and built with the music. So is it going to be the same with this one?
Even in the storyboarding stage, everyone had an idea of what the music would be like, and we shared that vision of what kind of music, and then it kept evolving over the period of time, and the Linus came in and the teaser went.
Ian did a lot of directorial how he wanted it to begin with, and where he wanted that epic tone to come in. And because this whole reveal trailer was about revealing Darsh, everything was centered around to the point where you see Darsh coming, like his hands coming. So the entire music needs to be also a build up to the point. And then it was like, when I was talking to Linus also, I said, I want that silence before you actually see his hands coming. So just give that few seconds of silence to before you see Raji's eye open. And then you see the other character, because this is a big jump from what you see in Raji.
And what I would like to say is there was no AI harmed or involved in the making of this trailer.
Yeah.
This was all done by human beings.
What was the favorite part for you in the trailer?
It's very hard to choose, but I think how you see Krodh when Raji opens her eye, that was like really epically done, because that is something, it was not then the storyboard, it was just all improvising how everyone gets their input into the teaser, and that's how things are. Yeah, so you can see Krodh's reflection and so the pupil dilation that is happening. I think that is pretty cool.
Just to add up to that, that wasn't really a decision that was made way back. It was just a spontaneous idea. I think Ian saw it and he said, "Oh, it would be cool if we show the pupil dilating." And I said, probably nobody would notice that. But then he also came up with the idea of it would be cool if we could see Krodh's reflection in her eyes when it opens, because it's just such an extreme close-up, right? And then with Paras's help, we did find a way to make it work. And when I myself saw it, I was like, okay, this does make a difference.
It's such an epic moment, because then you're seeing Raji growing up.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like, oh shit.
We did that whole Om Namah Shivaya, or even her face, kind of the expressions. Yeah.
The doors to heaven are open now, and it was not supposed to. So that's gonna lead to something being Raji Kaliyuga. What does Kaliyuga mean?
So the whole idea it's the time of darkness. It's the era of darkness where everything is in a state where it's not supposed to be, whether it's humans or the gods or the asuras, and everything is not in balance. Kind of like reflects what today's time is.
Statues of Indian dancers. Can you tell us more about that?
It was kind of the thought behind was like when you actually see the statue come alive, they move like as if the puppets are being
Stop motion.
stop motion. That was what Ian wanted the animation to be like. When they move and the different poses of the dance that they do, they kind of like look like as if they're moving in kind of beat. And so that's the whole thought behind the Kritika statues.
There were these, I don't know if those are hyenas or monkeys. They had like a third eye. So can you tell me more about that creation?
They are one of the NPCs in the levels that you're going to play in the sequel in Kalyuga. There's a whole universe behind this, a glimpse of that level that you get in the trailer. They worship Shiva, and it's one of the lokas that is set in the Patal Lok, one of the Patal Loks. The whole concept behind is, it has the whole idea of they are followers of Shiva, and then how they've come into being, and the whole attitude of them, how they react to everything, has idea behind it, what the Loka stands for. So the reason for it is also there. So
There's a reason for everything. So therefore, when asked, we could give a comprehensive answer. And so every character has its own bio to it.
Also, it follows the same structure, or the same idea we had in the first game is about how we can teach people about either the culture or the mythology. So if someone ends up asking like you did, what is Krodh about, where does he or it come from, then we would be explaining, hey, there's these lower realms, there's the upper realms, there's Patal Lok. This is one of those 7 realms. And you can also talk about Lord Shiva for especially the younger generation, which may or may not know about them. So that also opens up an opportunity for us to add these sort of little information in the game. So even it's not just the Western or the global audience, but even in Indian audience, you would have people. I myself have learned actually a lot of the things that I didn't know from Raji 1. So it is actually, I think, nice to have the same sort of aspects in Raji too as well.
Another fascinating thing that I saw was Raji having multiple hands. Is that a thing now?
Basically, this is something like when we were making, like especially in the storyboard stages, like you take some liberty with the scenes where you add a metaphor. Basically, the hands coming, it was we wanted to show Darsh, but the hands coming from the back of Raji just showed her being blessed by Durga.
Just to add to that, it kind of like teases you into how they both are also working together.
Yeah.
How the brother and sister are going to play out in the game. Yeah. So it teases about both of them, their abilities of coming together.
Is this a standalone game?
Even if you haven't played Raji and Ancient Epic, you can come into the universe fresh because it takes you at the present time and takes you through the journey where what's happening in the present time in the universe, but also gives you a backstory, what happened, and slowly the characters are introduced as what's going on, what happened in the last 6 years, and so you kind of get an idea. But people who have played Raji and Ancient Epic, for them it'll be a big nostalgia factor and a big thing that when they come back to the universe, it's oh, that was that about, and this is where. But also if it's going to bring in new players who just start with Raji Kaliyuga and they will go back to Raji and Ancient Epic. So yeah, they can play it.
World also, right? It looks very fantastical, but then again, like you said, the realms do, you have taken inspirations from these realms and mythological creatures or places.
Yeah.
So can you tell us more about the world that is set in?
Raji Kaliyuga kind of like takes you into this realm, though being part of Earth is a bigger section, Bhurlok, where you will be playing the game. But this particular level is Vitla, is one of the realms. It's the lower Patal Lok, the lower realm, and the whole characters, the background, trees that you see them walking, or the ones that come out of the water, all of them are kind of inspiration from what this Loka represents, and all these characters have been imagined with that emotion that it represents and what that Loka stands for, and this whole realm represents greed. They say the essence of Shiva and Parvati flows through this, hence the golden water, which is you see in the trailer, and then you see some creatures coming out of that golden water and they are born out of that water, and they have a backstory as well, which is all very related to the universe. And the trees that you see in the back, they are very living, breathing part of the forest, where the forest comes alive, and the trees are the spiritual beings of that Loka. Yeah.
So our favorite Golu finally has some magical powers. Can you elaborate on it? What is he doing?
So Golu, that's what Raji calls him, but his name is Darsh. It's the build up to where Darsh is right now, his involvement in the story, where his disappearance was and why was he taken, and the character that you play now as Darsh, what powers does he have, and he is a completely different individual, whether it's personality or the abilities that he has as a character is different from Raji. Raji is more of an individual that is blessed by the gods, where he has a human who has tasks to do because he is destined to do something. So his powers are more mystical and magical because he's blessed and born with those powers, and which he will be harnessing through the game, and he'll be using them, which are called Siddhis, which are derived from Hinduism again. That's what you see, that he is the magical orbs that he's using.
Raji or Darsh?
Oh, that's like a fun.
You could all say like, oh, both are my creations, I love one. No, every parent has a favorite child.
My favorite child would be Krodh.
Mine's got to be Mahabalisura.
Okay, for me it's very tough. because I'm the one of the few who know, like, who's read what Shruti has planned for Darsh and how crazy things are going to be. Raji is awesome, but I know the journey that is ahead, so yeah, maybe Darsh.
Actually, even for me, it's Darsh.
Okay, guys, so that was amazing. I love the trailer. Now I just wanna go and play the game. But where can they find the Steam page or a wishlist page?
Yeah, so we are launching on Game Pass day one, along with PlayStation, Steam, and Epic Store. The game will be announced for Nintendo in the future, and the game is already live on these stores where you can go ahead and wishlist. And we will be posting all our announcements through these platforms as well, especially Steam. So keep an eye out and let all your friends know.
Awesome, guys. Great talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.